The Transportation Funding Task Force, another opportunity for the good people of Seattle to volunteer their expertise and their input into this critical work. So our approach would be to begin with our current context. What do we know? Where are we today? So that's our conditions of our assets, our current policies, those audit results that I mentioned, and other places so we can create a shared starting point for all of our task force members. We bring into that life cycle information. Those are words that are exciting to some people, but it really gives us the chance to think long-term about our asset needs and, look 30 years into the future and what our infrastructure would require. In essence, we start with the big broad picture. We deeper dive into the policies, the asset needs, and the revenue options associated with each one of the critical asset classes that we're talking about. And then we bring it all together. We have to synthesize it. We have to prioritize. And that's what we'd be asking the task force to do, to make recommendations to you and to the mayor. To highlight just what that could look like for the task force, here's looking at both sidewalk repair and strategies to build more new sidewalks. So for sidewalks, we have the sidewalk audit as a starting point. It's already looked at existing policies. It's looked at our practices, particularly around sidewalk repair enforcement, and it's made recommendations on new programs or changes to existing programs or policies that could increase the rate at which adjacent property owners fix their, buckled and cracked sidewalks. And we can also explore strategies for how the city could build more sidewalks more efficiently, more cost effectively. And into both of these things, in addition to looking at the current policies and programs, then we bring in the funding. What funding streams are the most appropriate to apply to this particular challenge? And we would do this as well for bridges and for paving. So we would hope to have on the task force business perspectives, community perspectives, particularly from communities that maybe are very reliant on a bridge to get in and out or don't have any sidewalks. Representatives from the city's modal boards, as well as from our transportation equity work group. The people who build and repair our infrastructure from the labor and the building trades, the development community, and advocates for our transportation system. We would want to support this group with a skilled professional facilitator and a consultant team that could bring expertise to the issues of transportation funding and finance, to project delivery and policies. And then we would also support that task force with an internal team of not just SDOT, but likely representation from all the departments who are gonna, touch on this. SDCI, SPU, law, FAS, city finance, city budget office.